Good evening, Kari and Huw, and friends at the RGS. This is Pete Capelotti coming to you from the Digital Commons Studios at Penn State Abington College outside of Philadelphia. It's April 6th, 2009. 100 years ago, Robert Peary claimed to be the first human being at the North Pole, but today we want to find another geographic spot important in Peary's life, the town in which he was born. It's about 200 miles west of here, and we're going to go see if anyone in that town still remembers Peary, his discovery, or today, the fact that today is the centennial of that discovery.
Well, we've made it to Cresson. We're on the outskirts of town. We're on the summit of a ridge. In fact, the town next to Cresson is called Summit. And it was in this town of Cresson, Pennsylvania, that Robert Peary was born 153 years ago. So let's walk into town and see if anybody remembers him. We've come through the center of town, and now we're at the Admiral Peary Monument. We're about to walk up to it and take a look. Clearly someone who has been remembered by his hometown.
The story goes that the kids during the Depression did a penny walk. They collected pennies up to buy this monument.
Our Cambria County Commissioner, Mylan George, who was from Cresson Township, came on May 6th, which is Peary's birthday, and made a proclamation that indeed it was to be Admiral Peary Year in Cambria County. And at the same time, our mayor of Cresson Borough, Dan McGough, proclaimed May 6th to be Admiral Peary Day. So we had a little celebration in this park.
I've known about him because I went to Admiral Peary Votech.
In Portage?
It's in Evansburg.
In Evansburg. Okay, so there's an Admiral Peary vocational
right.
School.
Right, which has the story was that his anchor is outside the building.
From the Roosevelt.
Yes, that's the story that they told the kids. Now, whether it actually is, nobody ever investigates it.
Does anyone know whether Peary ever returned to this area?
Nobody knows. The story is that he never did come back after he left here. His house was right across the road.
Right across Admiral Peary Highway.
Right across Admiral Peary Highway. It's been destroyed since then. But I have heard tales that that house there is built on the foundation.
So the idea evolved and it became established, and we went into publicity about the dog sled event, and we tried to sell tickets ahead of time so that families, because of the economic conditions, would be able to use them as stocking stuffers, for Christmas. So we got the publicity out there, and we had a lot of people. We had over 300 people, requesting tickets, for the event. And so we were very pleased because we were prepared. We were prepared if there was no snow, which sometimes happens. The dog sled would be equipped with wheels, and so that was taken care of. However, we were not prepared for mud. So when we had the event, and the rain came on a Friday, which melted the snow, and thawed the ground, and then it refroze over the night. However, it wasn't cold enough, it didn't stay cold enough for the ground to remain frozen, And so they had to stop the sled ride because of mud. We weren't prepared for the mud.
The second graders did a great job with the different things that they did. They did little shoe boxes and did their interpretation of Peary's discovery of the North Pole, and they are so great. I mean, these little kids, the imagination, some of them used their Star Wars figurines. It was so cute.
Now, was Peary Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader, do you know?
He was Luke Skywalker.
Oh, of course, yeah. Except to Frederick Cook.
Right, and Frederick Cook, I think he'd have been Darth Vader.
Admiral Peary, being born here in Cresson, Pennsylvania, in a spot over there, that he, ordinary person, ordinary place, extraordinary accomplishment. We want to place the emphasis on what we're referring to as prevailing attributes of the Alleghenies as we see in his name, with P for perseverance, E for endurance, A for achievement, R for resilience, and Y for yearning. Admirable qualities for those who dare to dream, to explore, and discover.
Robert Edwin Peary, discoverer of the North Pole. Born 100 yards south of this point, May 6, 1856. Died February 20th, 1920, buried in Arlington Cemetery. And at the bottom here, discovered North Pole, April 6, 1909. So there's no doubt about it, in his hometown. He must have been born right across the street here, beyond these trees. The moon's just coming up. It's the end of the day. And here in his hometown, at least, there's no doubt that 100 years ago, Peary made it to the North Pole.